side. And there we go. TNC Pro. Oh, wait.
Yep. Oh. All right. I do believe.
All right. Okay.
We're going to make odds and ends of this, folks.
Yeah.
Give us a sec.
Give us a sec.
But
that's a link first pick.
as per the bans, what sticks out to me is the Alpha ban.
Yeah.
Alpha used to be like a solid tier 2, or like at least for Sekai's like tier Sekai's and Veldora, right? Yeah. But this is interesting.
Yeah, it used to be it's priority tier for a bunch of players, but now I think people have finally understood Alpha's place in the meta. He replaced what Fredrin already no longer gives us. The tankiness, the sustain, and the raw damage that you can dish out. That's what Alpha is now. So I understand the priority ban now because it is a good pick over onto the first 2 picks on the red side. Speaking of first 2 picks on the red side, if I'm not mistaken, it is actually TNC Pro Team on the red side, and they decided to field a Zask and a Roger.
Ah, there it is.
While Smart Omega picked up an Edith.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, the bans did show a Yushin. All right, so they did trade out for the Zask. All right, here we go. We're making these calls as they come up, folks. So as soon as we know, you know, TNC are looking to finish up their pick with 1 more, and Smart Omega have closed up with the Edith. So Ling, Howarth, and Edith for the Barangay. We're just waiting for TNC to get 1 last. I'd say.
There we go.
I'd say lock in a roamer.
Ah, okay.
Or an XP laner. This works.
This could still be a roamer. There was that one-off game where we saw Falcons AP Brent play a roaming Terizla.
Oh.
And I think that's what TNC Pro Team are trying to play around, that toying with that idea, because they got Escalera to pick it up. Yeah. So if you're Smart Omega, you're going to be thinking, dang, is this going to go into roam? Is this going to go into the XP? Because Terizla and Zast together can really bully down anyone who's going to be in the roam in mid for the side of TNC, or Smart Omega, rather.
Yep. And I'd reckon the Edith might be thrown into the XP lane anyways.
Yes.
Because she's way too forward to be taking a lot of damage between the Terizla and the Zask. Like, she's not going to do anything to that enhanced Nightmare spawn.
Yeah. If anything, they will need a good pairing with that Edith in the mid if that is going to be the roamer.
Yeah, they have to win with the mid laner.
Yeah. One thing I'm thinking of is, will TNC Pro Team... Okay, so they are actually respecting the sustained nature of Ukir as a mid laner. Because other than the Angelo, what Ukir actually plays very well is a Zask. So I wonder if TNC Pro Team are considering taking that out or still trying to respect that potential pickup. However, with the more divey nature of their lineup and the fact that they need a little bit more burst, Vexano looks good for the side of Smart OMG.
Yep, Smart Omega has a good amount of dive, maybe one more bit of peel, because again, I don't think the Edith is enough. And then, yeah, I can see the Vexana cleaning up house here. Looking for 1 more ban per side here. TNC, you got the pick. Coach Wolf wait saying, no, don't yet. We got 10 more seconds. Count through the choices here.
Yeah. All right. So I wonder what the play is going to be here. Of course, Coach Wolf backed up by Coach Itomax, and they do respect the Faramis.
They attack Ukir's specialty. Again, very dive-heavy comp for Smart Omega, right? You have the Ling, you have the Harry, you have the Edith. What do they want? They just want a little bit more extra.
Yeah.
Hence why the Faramis ban. What does Smart Omega attack here before TNC get their pick? Roamers.
Yeah, definitely the roamers. They're going to take out... I wonder if they're going to consider taking out an Arlot for Escalera. He did shine with that. Or a Grok. But then with how open up the field is now with the roamers, you still have the Kufras now. Has risen as a hot pick leading up to this.
You can get a Cho.
You can get the Cho
Not so
also.
bad. You can kick that Ling out of the sky.
Yeah. And Escalera has shown to be good at that. Oh, but they're respecting the gold lane, so they took out the Moskov. So they...
Are they accepting the fact that this is a gold lane Raj?
Which I feel like they were thinking a little bit more of the matchup idea, because there have been times where Hariths in the gold lane have struggled up against a Moskov. So instead of looking at the big picture, they decided to look at the small picture here.
To protect Big J.
To protect Big J.
To get him big.
But there is a lot of possibility that this Roger might go into the jungle they can flex that. But the thing is, they have an opportunity to flex their jungle gold pick or their roam EXP pick because they picked up with the Rizla and the Roger. So whatever happens, they're already going to be showing one of their hands. I would want high invade by TNC Pro Team, pick up a Grok.
Yeah, compromise the Ling. There's a few times you can actually do that. I'd say Cho, yeah, they refuse to attack the roam. So might as well. That's the Cho, there it is!
Alright.
Alright, as early as MSC and MWI earlier this year, we saw the slow but steady rise of Cho. There's Hylos!
Oh, there it is.
And the Aurora. Alright, we cannot confirm yet exactly where this Hylos is going.
I have a feeling...
More likely the EXP.
EXP, yeah. A lot of the Hylos we've seen are EXP. And I wonder though, because I feel like a Hylos in the roam would make the Cho think twice. But now the TNC Pro Team are thinking about their jungle. The Nolan's still going to be available. Julian was taken off of the board. The Roger can go into the jungle, then they pick up a different gold laner because they need more magic damage. This lineup of TNC Pro Team is severely lacking magic damage. I wonder if they're going to consider the Nathan.
Yeah, Zaskin enough.
Yeah.
So you throw the Roger back into the jungle again, as you mentioned.
Or a Vec. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry.
Gold lane Zask?
Gold. Oh, it could be.
But is Wolf that crazy? Is Kaizen gonna do it?
It can't just be a Zask as your magic damage.
What Kaizen gonna do? Is he gonna play the dog?
Oh, they go for Nolan.
Okay, so yeah, we overthought it.
Yeah.
Simplest solution.
Wait a minute. It's not Ryota. The Hylos is hovering on Chaknu. Might be a roam Hylos that we're gonna see here.
All right, we'll see if that is indeed going to be what Smart Omega brings into this first bout. Already, I think this is a fair amount of surprise. I think there's a good amount of a new flavor coming through in our opening match for Season 14. And Smart Omega not pulling any punches. Again, it was a surprise when we first saw it. But now we know that it's coming. We know it's real. Once more, can't confirm it is a roaming Hylos!
Roam Hylos. My goodness. I understand, because when you floated the idea that we didn't know where this Hylos would go, I immediately thought of the Cho. The Cho going up against that Hylos, he's going to think a little bit more about when he's going to invade and really disrupt the jungle rotation of Andoryu, because that Hylos constantly damaging him is going to annoy the hell out of Escalera.
Exactly, and you can only afford to do that if you're in the roam. Here we go, the opening bout of Season 14, the home of Titans MLBB at its finest. You're watching MPL Philippines. TNC Pro Team going up against Smart Omega. That is confirmed. That is a revitalize on Chaknu. So he's going to do it. He's going to do it.
He's going to go for it. And it's even Magic Worship. Mystery Shot. Mystery Shot. I'm right? Yeah. So it's 95%. He's going to get his items faster. Interesting decision of emblems for Chaknu.
On the other side, though, you have TNC Pro Team rocking it pretty close to the chest. Nothing out of the ordinary here.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we need to update these items. They are going to be built up, refreshed for your information very, very soon. Now, here in the gold lane, all right, is it just me? Or is this just Big J things? Like, he's able to bully the Roger.
I mean, we did discuss it earlier that Jome is a lane bully. That's why Escalera's coming in for a bit of assist. A little bit of a poke, concussive blast, bringing Jome down low already, forcing out the regen.
All right, he deserved that.
Yeah.
He deserved to get that beat down. Scored a TKO on him because he was so forward. Did not see exactly where Escalera was. Oh, close call.
Almost bursting out Andoryu. Good read on the rotations right now by Kaizen and Lancy. Kaizen understood where Andoryu wanted to go.
Yep, again, Kaizen, even in his time with Minana Evos, was one of the players with such great game instincts. And now that a hero like Nolan is in the metagame, I'd say the jungler assassin that demands the most discipline, I'd say he's just about to shine. Again, wearing the new orange and black. Oh no!
He's scratching. Warcry already forced out, but Kozen not yet level 4.
Look at the freeze.
Oh, both side lanes actually freezing a lot. TNC Pro Team have already started the first turtle of the game. Andorju's going to be close enough. He does have enough energy to jump in, but Escalera fighting the kick there onto Okir, forcing him back. The formation of Omega has been broken down by TNC Pro Team, and they can't find it. The entry, Lancey already committing the ultimate there in the back, and here comes a big penalty zone coming in from the Rizla. Lancey's gonna be the first one to fall. Ukir takes down the Zask. Heads gonna be focusing on Ryota. Is it gonna be enough? The revenge strike onto the Edith will take the Edith down, but TNC Pro Team have lost their spot here in the first turtle of the game.
Huge 2-for-1 win. Smart Omega not afraid to get their hands dirty. Escalera still helping deny it.
Oh, and Kaizen takes it. The deny by Escalera, the steal by Kaizen, the kick by Escalera there, and Adoryu will fall in the hands of Kaizen. The buy time, the commitment by TNC.
What did I tell you? Batman-like discipline. Kaizen took his time, went back into the Batcave, took an orange buff, swung all the way back, stole the turtle, got a couple of kills, and then got out of there like nothing happened.
Kaizen so far in this game is making that fracture look like a homing skill.
Oh no!
Jome already committing the ultimate. Kaizen brought down really low. He's gonna get punished. He gets spotted out by Jome. And Jome gets away. I thought the Roger would take him. And TNC Pro Team will not be able to chase the Harith down.
Not even 5 minutes in, and these two teams are already going at it. Oh, just as quickly as we were just singing the praises for the young Ken Louis Pile, he goes, oh man, Big J. I mean, I don't.
Oh no!
All right. Any other team rotating would not have seen that coming from the Harith this early on.
It's the surprise aggression. One of my favorite things about this meta, dude. It's like, before Filipinos would go, no, discipline, hold. But these two teams, they understand, no, don't hold, just go.
And this is not just about these two teams. If you've seen the latter parts of these long series, these best of sevens between our two grand finalists, Falcons AP Red and Team Liquid PH, you would know that this is how this metagame is played.
Yep. It's all about getting those key trades in the mid-game and then suddenly going in an uncontrollable power spike. You're the one that actually pointed this out to me.
Yep, if you watch a good aggregate number of games from the past 36 to 40 professional level competitive tier games, you would see that there's very little comeback. The game would just go snowball, out of control. The other team wins. Here, that's why in the early game to the mid game, you have to keep fighting. You have to not let the other team get away with so much.
Escalera zoning out. OMG. Turtle already spawned. Great positioning here by Andoryu, but I think Heads might be able to spot him. Up there on the wall is Andoryu. He was hidden in the shrub.
All right, mind the river bush control and see where Chaknu's placing himself. Oh, here we go. Oh, Andoryu, you need to get out of there. That was a dangerous bush.
Yeah, he's respecting the Cho. He could get kicked away. Heads already picking up, I believe, his first item of the game. Could be the second. Oh, Escalera committing the flicker. Not going to get anyone. He gets suplexed there by Ryota. Andoryu waiting in the wings. The ultimate glorious pathway by the high loss already brought down, forcing TNC back into formation. He's a little bit busted, but Chaknu is going to get punished here. And the Mamba falls. Andoryu waiting at the wings still. The Harith is there. Big J is close by. Escalera zoning him out, getting the info. TNC Pro Team and Omega are taking it slow.
Gotta concede it, man. Can they wait for Andoryu? They're still here!
Oh, Escalera will get punished. The ultimate of the Aurora has been used. Kaizen gets the turtle. Heads with the zone out. Jome takes down the turret, but Heads takes down Ryota. Favorable trade for TNC Pro Team, but they're losing resources in the map. They need to get turrets down.
Yeah, 2 kills plus the turtle traded out for a kill and a turret. All right. I don't know if Smart Omega planned for that, but that trade led to TNC being up now by 1,000, which was prior at 200, 300. So economically speaking, TNC is ahead, but it looked like it was all according to Smart Omega's plans.
That was a great decision by Jome to park himself there in the mid lane. And the TNC decided to take that trade where, okay, we'll get the kills, we'll get the turtle, but we'll lose a turret. But now they really need to get a turret. Good thing they were able to get one up top.
Yep. And can I just say, Chaknu's placement of the Glorious Pathway was just chef's kiss. Like, if only that happened in the mid-game or towards the late game, where it had maybe 2 or 3 more defensive items, that would have been just an unstoppable entry closage.
Yeah. As one of the many French characters in Inglourious Basterds, a 2009 movie, would say, that was superb.
It was superb.
Superb.
All right. Now Jome gets
that.
another push. How do you say sorry in French?
Scusi. Wait, no, that's Italian.
Not,
Excuse me.
You offended a few more.
I will not apologize, but I will learn.
That sounds French, though.
Is it? Yeah, no, it's Italian.
Heard it from Eurotrip now. Here we go, back to the action again. We actually left the laning phase. We got one more turtle coming up. 30 seconds in. Big Joe pushes another turret down bottom, and we've gotten into full lane swap territory because TNC want to grow this 1,000 gold lead. And I don't think TNC is afraid to trade the way Omega's going. I think Omega, the way they're trading, might be a little too dangerous, at least for my taste. This meta might get out of control. The way that the rubber band snaps in this current atmosphere. Oh, the flicker!
Well, trying to invade the purple buff. Kozin will be able to get a tower down up top, but the purple buff will not get taken away by OMG. And TNC, very disciplined, wolf-like rather. That's going to be the Tarizla! Bombed upon, he gets taken down. They've taken head off.
Wolves are pack animals, but once you're found out as a lone wolf like Kozin has pushing up top and heads up front a little too forward, then it all crumbles. Perfectly, as we called it out, maybe Omega's trading a little too risky, maybe a little too cavalier. They close the gap again, down to just 500 gold now.
Yeah, great decision making by Omega to make the most out of what they did in the mid lane earlier, being the first team to take down a mid lane turret. TNC, you understand why they decided to take that trade though. They decided to get 2 towers up top, which will now threaten the split push, because Omega so far have just been playing as 5.
Yeah, but if you're talking about the split push, I think Omega's built to defend against that. I think they allowed for that because they have the Ling, they have Ukir, who can just plant themselves behind that inhibitor.
Facts.
And then join out. So with that said, a minute until the Lord comes up. And again, I think this is the point of no return. Most teams, when they lose the Lord, they just lose the game. That's just a story of the current metagame.
Yeah, that tower spike, unless TNC can somehow find a massive punish, or if Escalera can find a massive kick, it can't be the Harith, so it has to be the Aurora, but then the Aurora will have the passive, or it could be the Ling. So, see, if you're Escalera now, it's like you have the right pick, but you didn't get the right early game, so now you're playing a lot of mathematical equations in your head. You're trying to do trig while thinking of algebra, and then there's shapes involved.
What you're trying to say, just in basic terms, is a lot of these heroes, this lineup is very execution-based.
Yes.
Nothing is as simple as a button press. All right, Chuck, who spots Escalera here. Oh, the Magic Man running away. Now you see him, now you still see him, now you don't.
Oh, you see him, oh, and Dory goes in. Kozin needs to back off. Escalera already forced to use the flicker. OMG. They're playing around the fact that the minion waves in the mid aren't there just yet, so they could afford to chase that deep. Omega, improvements.
That's the investment in that mid lane early push. Again, that main artery that Big Jome worked on is now benefiting the whole team, the whole map. And now that the Lord has spawned, even as they chased away Escalera, who has to wait maybe a minute and a half before his flicker comes up, they can still contest the Lord.
Okay. Leo mentioned here, whoever gets the first Lord wins the game.
That I did.
TNC! The roamer gets surprised. Escalera with a massive knockdown from the Lord actually helped out TNC. That's the Edith down. Japnu falling low, getting chased down by KZen, and that's 2 down to the side of Omega. Call that divine intervention. The Lord with a knockup.
Holy! TNC did not expect that, or did they? Perfectly orchestrated. In comes the jump.
Oh! Andorio with the Lord Seal!
And we thought we were done with TNC's miracle play off of that Lord skill. Apparently Omega was keeping one in the back pocket. The steal by Andorio, the kill on the Escalera.
He kept one in the back pocket and got another one in the other back pocket because there's 2 back pockets in every pair of pants.
Straight up Hugh Jackman from the Prestige.
Really?
No, I'm pretty sure that was Chris. That was Bale, I think, with the close-up magic.
You know what? Let's go with it. Hugh Jackman-esque by Andorio. And now TNC Pro Team, just when we thought they got the dub, they get an L because Omega gets the L. And by L, I mean the Lord.
I think that's worth it still. Again, Smart Omega showing us that the metagame is not just about how one team snaps into the lead. Because again, it can go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, up until the last moment wherein the map is blue. And it's all Smart Omega. Look at it.
TNC Pro Team, do they have enough gold to hold this out? Their wave clear, little bit risky. It's not built for the long game holds. But it is great for counter-punishing. Here comes Omega marching in. Dory's pathway already committed there. Lancey already forced to use the Dominator's Descent. concealed by Escalera. They're holding on. TNC Pro Team are going to lose that tower left. He's going to get caught out. He gets taken out of his ultimate, and he gets taken down. Ryota with the onward finds one. Kaizen brought down. Andoryu takes another, and Escalera trying to hold on. He gets a kick. Andoryu gets taken down. The Lord is up. Ryota, Joe, Minuk here. Can they end it here? But look at the wolf scratching away. They're holding. TNC survives the onslaught.
Oh. All right, good news and bad news. TNC, they didn't lose Kozin. Kozin has yet to die. So I would say he's making bank. But again, the bad news is they have bad wave clear. On a scale of 1 to 5, I'd say it's a 1.5. It's very bad. And they have to commit hard. So now they're lucky to have survived. There's about a minute until SmartMag can make their way to another Lord. It's at this point, 13 minutes into game number 1, wherein the Barangay have built up a solid front line. Ryota can deal a solid amount of damage. Chaknu can now pull what he was pulling in the 2nd or 3rd minute, when he would just place the Glorious Pathway and make it a point of no return automatically. That was early on in this bout.
Yeah.
And we'll see another look at that push, another go at that Lord. But right now, I think 400 gold, 500 gold ahead, this is very deceptive. I think SmartMag is way ahead, way much more than just whatever the gold says.
Yeah, in terms of the resources all across the map, they're definitely in the lead. TNC, I'm glad that you pointed it out. I couldn't point it out myself. Yeah, the wave clear is bad, but Escalera might get spotted out here.
Oh.
He was concealed in the shop committed. Oh wait, no, he didn't have to conceal, but now he does. Lassie might get caught out here. Dominator's descent. Omega have split up TNC. That's going to be the Roger chasing after the link in the back line, but here, where the action is, it's going to taken out. Kaizen with a massive ult and miss, but he's not going to be able to take anyone down. Escalera with a kick, but there's not going to be any follow-up. The Roger is going to be trying to push and trying to find the link as Escalera falls. Double kill for Big J!
And that's 3 down across the map. Kozin took too much time chasing Andoryu, and they're still going!
Kick and goes and get him one-on-one against the link. The Wolf gets the W, but it's going to be a punish by OMG!
Yeah! Who would win? A legitimate werewolf with guns or a little white-haired boy? That is just Kozin and heads on the defense. Smart Omega 2K ahead, looking to penetrate and end it right here.
It's a hammer and sword defense, but here comes the fists and the kicks as well. The knockup by Omega. They're trying to focus the base. They're trying to take down heads. Escalera with a kick. Big J trying to focus, but they don't have the minion waves. TNC Pro Team, they have held on. They have held on.
Still breathing, the Phoenix Army. Lenzi shuts down Jome, and they're sent out packing.
TNC, we told them the wave clear, bad, but why clear waves when you can clear the heroes instead?
All right, let's check out that defense one more time. Again, if only there were minions, if only there were minions. But Smart Omega, they can do a lot, right? They can CC you, they can keep you in place, they can deal a lot of different kinds of damage, magic, true, physical, but they can't spawn minions out of nowhere. So now here we are. They're down a man, and the Lord Dance has begun.
Escalera with another kick, but he forces Chaknu back. No more ultimate here for the Cho, no flicker as well. He'll just have to rely on the Jeet Kune Do and the Shunpo TNC Pro Team. They've gotten this game back with the map control, not completely there yet. Oh, Andoryu finds Escalera, brought low, Chaknu with an angle, but Omega draw back, TNC draw back. Omega are gonna rush this.
Oh, look at the burst. Lord down to a 5th, down to an 8th, down to a 10th, and Joe scores.
Are they gonna try to chase? Are they gonna try to punish? Goes in with a poke, not gonna land. TNC will have to defend.
Renmar, good folks at home or around the world, look at what just happened. Because of that defense by TNC Pro Team, the gold lead just snapped in half, went away, and now swung back their way. Look at that! It's just all right, I love it. These two teams, you can tell now this early on, 16 minutes into the first game of the first series of the season, they are so driven.
Yeah.
They have denied anything and everything we know about the metagame, about how it's so snowball related, about how if one team barrels ahead on forward, it's over. They've gone back and forth already, back and forth already. I can't even say if Omega can end it here.
Yeah, it could be difficult. Again, TNC, wave clear not there, but they can clear up the heroes. Waiting it out. Jome will focus on the tower down bottom. Heads trying to hold down the Lord. Kaizen trying to find the angle. Ryota goes in with the entry. He's going to be able to knock up heads, and that's going to be the Zarisa going down real quick. TNC Pro Team, can they hold on? A Chapnu is trying to just focus on the base. Omega focuses on the base, and they take game number 1.
Big words from Coach Snap.